So I had no cool, quirky ideas for what to do for this video. I'm untwisting my hair because gotta wash it and everything like that. And then tomorrow I'm starting the first round of bleaches because I'm going back to that platinum blonde I had like years ago. Cause that was a style. That was I don't know, I liked it. And so I want to go back to that. And I think my hair is finally like long enough. Let me see. Let me grab one of the front guys. I think it's finally long enough for me. I wanted it to get to a certain length before I decided to do that. And I think I've finally gotten to that point. So first I'll talk about yesterday. Yesterday I was fine. I worked and then came home. Annabelle got me a pizza. I made that salsa. That salsa was so spicy. But yeah, no, yesterday wasn't anything much to talk about. This old dude at work though, he tried to snitch on me because I said I was going on my break. So I work at a grocery store. I said I was going on my break, like I was in the process of going on my break, doing the stuff to go on my break. And then bro was like, can you come, or can you ring me up? And I was like, well, no, I can't, I'm going on my break. And he was like, is there anybody else that can ring me up? And I was like, well, I mean, the only cashier right now is him. And then he was like, yeah, I see that, but you see how many groceries that lady has? And it's like, bro, you couldn't sit there and wait like 5 minutes to get your stuff. You just had to get it right then and there. You know what I'm saying? And so then I called somebody else up. And then bro had the audacity to be like, nah, I want a manager, right? And I'm like, it doesn't matter if, first off, the managers were busy doing managerial stuff. So it's like, they ain't gonna come up. But yeah, he said he wanted a manager or whatever, but I called up like, well, I guess technically she's a manager. Anywho, we do. Turns out bro was trying to snitch on me because I wouldn't ring him up. And it's like, I am like going on my, like I had literally bought something and I was walking past to go on my break. And it's like, bro, the entitlement of some people is insane. Today was one of the rougher days. Just because, and I'm not gonna get into like the whole personalness of it, but it's just like I'ma just say in trouble, but that's not what it was. But it's like I got made to seem like I was doing something wrong when I wasn't, and it like things like that weigh heavy on me just because of the fact that like, especially now, it's like when I was like doing this, that, and the other, and like fucking up and making a mess of things, it made sense, you know, like if somebody said something to me, it made sense, and I never argued, and I was just like, you know what, you're right, blah, blah, blah. But now when I'm like doing nothing, being me, and being regular and whatnot, trying to do better, you know what I'm saying? And then I still am like, there's still something's got to be wrong, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of hurts. And then like the situation gets made about them, and then it's like, bro, what about me? And yada yada yada. And I don't know, it just freaking fracking sucks. I like immediately was just like, it like shot my cause I was up here. Then it just shot me like right down there, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, man, a bottle sounds real nice right about now. But then I was like, no, I know I can't do that. I'm gonna go skate. But then I remembered, for whatever reason, I like get off the bus and I'm like, the first step I take, my ankle just like tried to fall apart, bruh. And I'm like, yo, what's going on here? And then it's just been like that all day. And so I'm like, yo, I can't even skate because I don't want to risk actually messing my ankle up or something, you know? So I just left it as is and just came home, and I've pretty much done nothing. Annabelle's hanging out with a friend right now, and yeah, so it's just me time. Yeah, you know, that sucks, and blah, 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 blah. And, yeah, so to get into something, I meant to bring my journal out here, but I didn't, but I remembered what it was specifically from there that I wanted to talk about. I wonder if this is like a thing with everybody, but like, you ever just sit there and you realize like everything's going to shit, and you're like, man, this sucks, and you just have flashbacks to when like things were good, and like just little happy moments, or when things were easy, stuff like that. Yeah, I noticed like that happens to me like a lot throughout the day, and it makes things a bit more difficult. It like brings up a moment of little sadness, or is it nostalgia? I can't really tell. I guess it just feels sad just because like everything's not like it used to be. But that's kind of the thing with life. As life goes on, everything changes, and we can't expect everything to stay the same no matter how much we'd like it to be. But then that's also a thing, like complacency kills, you know, just doing the same thing constantly and everything always being the same. That's no fun, makes life boring. But I don't know, I just miss when things were easier and everything like that. But then I also gotta think like when things were easier, like the things I'm thinking about specifically, it was when I was doing a bunch of things I had no business doing, or like messing things up and making things not good. So I don't know. I really just don't know. Anyway, but yeah, it kind of, that brings the mood down a bit too. But that's also something I just gotta learn to get past, is just not living in the past. And I guess it's like that whole stupid saying of like, don't be sad that it ended, but be happy that it happened, or something like that, something along those lines. And that's kind of what helps me get through the day. It's like, man, this sucks. Where I am now sucks, but and I want to go back to how things were. I wish things were how they were, but at least they happen, you know? At least I have those memories, because some people don't have those memories. You know what I mean? So I gotta take the little wins, whatever they may be. Am I done already? You know what's crazy? It takes me like around 3-ish hours to twist my hair. But it took me like 10 minutes to untwist it. And I hate that. And it's the same with like a lot of stuff, like loading up a truck to move. Like putting everything in seems to take so much longer than taking it out. And that just makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Okay, bye.